Hello YouTube, Sam here, and today I am here to bring you my most massive collection. This isn't the most massive, but it has definitely been the most time finding it all. I started this collection in freshman year of high school, and now I am a junior in high school. I started it around the spring. It was in the second semester of freshman year, and I got into Pokemon again. I found my copy of Pokemon Emerald, which was the only thing of Pokemon I had left. I didn't even have a DS. I had sold everything. I didn't know what I was doing. I sold it all when I was trying to get the new system, so the last one I had was a DSi, and I sold that. Don't know why, but I did. So now I have lots of stuff, and I'm here to show it to you. First one in my collection. This one's from my aunt. It's not like the first one in my collection, but it's the first. I kind of make my collection by decades. So my first thing I have is the Game Boy. This is the old, the original Game Boy. My aunt gave it to me for free, and I literally flipped out. I was like, oh my god, thank you so much. I'm so happy I have this. It's a brick. It's really heavy. It has batteries in it. It works. I love it. I use it quite often, actually. I've played Pokemon Yellow and Blue on here. It's awesome. Oh, knock the camera. Going on to the next things. Pokemon Yellow and Blue. The two games I have to play on my original Game Boy. These I got from my neighbor, because he got them from someone, and they just gave them to him for free, and he's like, okay. And then he's like, do you want these? I'm like, yes. So he's like, here, have them. Thank you. Going on to the next thing. I do not have a Game Boy Color, but I am soon to get one. There is a store by me that sells them, and they have the purple clear one, and that's the one I want, so I'm gonna get it. I have Pokemon Silver. I used to have Crystal when I was a little kid, but I sold it because I was stupid, but now I have Silver, and it's cool. It's corrupted battery, but if I wanted to play it, I would sit down and play it for like 3 days without stopping. So yeah. Here it is, it's shiny, it's cool. Going on to the next thing. Pokemon, God, I always say Pokemon before everything. The Game Boy Advanced. The original Game Boy Advanced, it is duct tape because this thing's broken and I don't want to buy a new one, and I don't really care. Because none of these have boxes, so it's not like super amazing. But it's a Game Boy Advanced, and I got it for $20, which was awesome. So, I'm happy about that. The next Advanced Series line thing I have is the Game Boy Advance SP, the gray one. I got this and a DS original for $20, which was amazing, so I'm super happy that I have those. And as I said, the only game I had left, which got me back into collecting, was Emerald. And then probably my best friend, who was in high school, the one who gave me Silver, was because I bought Sapphire off of him for, I think, like $20. I think it was like 20. And then he let me borrow Ruby and Leaf Green for $5, and then I think I bought them for like 15. I don't know, this was the earliest. I didn't even know how much Pokemon games were worth. These were the first ones I bought, which is why they were 20 together. But then the second one, he's like, this one itself is going to be 20, and I was like, okay. But you know who you are if you're watching this video. Thank you so much. Like, that got me back into Game Boy collecting. My prize of the advanced year is the Game Boy Micro. Yes, it's a Game Boy Micro. It works. I have to find the power switch. There it is. It works, and then the little things do the little flashy. It is refurbished. It's basically brand new except for that thing right there. It's not actually original. It's all denty and scratchy, which I don't care about because it works. Next, I have the fourth line pieces. The original DS, just the OG DS, the one with the weird curvy screen. It's big and fat. Played Game Boy games really well. Stylus is lost because I'm irresponsible. Added the Game Boy charger. As I said, I bought that with my Advanced in Silver. for $20. My next DS Lite, bought it for $10. No joke, this kid down the block, he was like, yeah, I'm gonna sell it for 20, and I'm like, okay. And then my neighbor's like, whoa, it has a scratch in it. Dude, you can't sell it for that much. You gotta sell it to him for $10. I was like, oh, okay. And the kid was like, okay. Yeah, like, he didn't care. He didn't buy this himself. So, and his parents were fine with it, so I was like, dealio. Yeah, you can see my camera setup, but it had a scratch in it, and it works. So, I like it. Here's my next pieces. I got Pokemon Diamond, Pokemon Soul Silver, and Pokemon Platinum from this generation. I have quite a few Pokemon games from each generation, usually. I like having a lot of them. The next lineup is the DSi. I bought this off my neighbor. I actually traded him for a lacrosse stick because I stopped playing lacrosse, and this was about $100, and I bought a lot of really, really high-end lacrosse sticks. And I just traded in because I don't play anymore, I traded in my best one for this, and he was like, okay. I was like, awesome. The games I have from this generation are Pokemon White, preceding it with Pokemon White 2. The ones I have. Finishing off this generation is the Pokemon DSi XL, which is actually the newest system in my collection, ironically, because it's one of an older system, but it's the newest one in my collection, and I have a lot of new systems. But here it is. It's the maroon one. I actually got it this Christmas, so when you're watching this, whenever you're watching it, this Christmas, I mean 2015. So, that's that. I was so happy when I got it, because the last time I'd got something for Christmas, like Nintendo-wise, was probably when I was like 6. Not 6, 8. Sorry, I really exaggerate. My sister's 6, so it's an age I use a lot. Next is my 3DS, original 3DS, just regular 3DS. I lost the stylus because I let someone borrow it and they lost it, and I'm like, thanks. I let you borrow my 3DS and you lose the awesome metal stylus. They probably stole it and just said they lost it. I don't really care, because I could buy a new one if I want. I'm just too lazy. I have a DK Bicycle sticker on it. I used to have a Joker logo thing that I cut out, and then I like taped it on really nicely. Like I cut out the circles really nicely, and then it was like a skin almost, how well I did it. But it like started, the tape got peely, because once you like flip it open and stuff, just like gets worn and your fingers rub all over it and it looks bad, but this sticker looks really nice. I like the green and the purple together. That's that. Going on to the game I got to pair that. The reason I got that game was because I heard Pokemon X was coming out. That was last year, sophomore year, right after I got into collecting DSs again. I heard a new Pokemon game was coming out. I was like, I just beat Emerald for the second time ever because I started playing again and I'd only beat the game once. So here is X. I also have Alpha Sapphire because I like the blue games. And my final system in my collection is my prize gem. The best system I have. It's the first limited edition system I got. Not a really big deal limited edition, but you people who are watching in other countries, unless you're hardcore collectors, you don't have this because it's a GameStop exclusive. EB Games is GameStop, but not in other countries. It's EB Games, but EB Games is not the same as GameStop because they don't sell this. I don't think they did, but I'm really proud of it, even if it is in other countries. I don't really care. I like it. It's cool. I consider myself a retro gamer, even though I wasn't around for them. But this is my Nintendo 3DS XL. I do not have any of the new 3DS models, but I don't really care. I will get them eventually. And I'm not gonna give up this collection. I'm gonna get Fire Red and every other game I don't have. But for now, this is as far as I go. So if you liked this and you want to see more videos like it, comment, subscribe, and share this video. See you next time.